Frequency Podcast Network. Stories that matter, podcasts that resonate.
Did Prime Minister Mark Carney walk back his Davos speech? Mixed messages today from the Prime Minister and from U.S. officials. Plus, the dark side of a fun social media trend. Hi, I'm Virjesh Dave. This is Big Headlines, everything you need to know to be in the know in just 5 minutes. An update now on Mark Carney's phone call with Donald Trump. The Prime Minister offering a very different version of the conversation he had with the president than what we heard from the Trump administration. 680's Enrique Amaturo joins us with the latest.
Prime Minister Mark Carney is now commenting, saying he had a good call with U.S. President Donald Trump, but is not taking back his remarks at Davos. Carney told reporters in Ottawa he meant what he said at the World Economic Forum last week. It comes after the U.S. Treasury Secretary said this on Fox News.
I was in the Oval with the president. He spoke to Prime Minister Carney, who was very aggressively walking back some of the unfortunate remarks he made at Davos.
Carney received a rare standing ovation for his speech, urging nations to accept the end of a rules-based global order. He did not directly call out the U.S., but Trump later revoked his invitation to join a so-called Board of Peace and threatened 100% tariffs on Canadian goods. Carney will attend question period this afternoon. I'm Enrique Amaturo.
More outrage over ICE, with word that the Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents will possibly be playing a security role for Americans during the upcoming Olympics in Italy. The Associated Press reports ICE agents will provide security detail to U.S. staff, and the news is not going over well in Italy.
Abbastanza stupito dall'atteggiamento del ministro Piantedosi. Prima dice che problema c'è.
Milan's mayor says the group is not welcome in his city. The Olympics in Milano Cortina start February 6th. A U.S.-based human rights group says Iran's crackdown on anti-government protests killed more than 6,000 people. It says more than 41,000 people were arrested during the several weeks of protests. At least one Canadian was killed. The totals have been calculated with information from people in Iran as the internet blackout continues. Social media posts throwing it back to 2016 may have a hidden downside. The CEO of the consultancy firm Feminuity says everyone who's recently posted photos and videos from 10 years ago has delivered a goldmine to companies training artificial intelligence models.
These data sets are super rare. They're very, very expensive to replicate, and they're actually really difficult to collect because of ethical constraints and all sorts of things. So for me, I guess the bells went off.
She says AI companies can use the data to predict how your appearance will change over time, to develop believable deepfakes, or even track your whereabouts. If you haven't listened yet, today on the Big Story podcast, will NATO survive Trump's second term? Host Karen Siolan speaks to the president of the NATO Association of Canada, Robert Baines.
A lot of the case with Mr. Trump, it's a matter of packaging and marketing. If, like the NATO 2% and then the 5% GDP agreements, it was all put down to this would have never happened without Mr. Trump. You'll see Secretary General Rutte saying that all the time, that that Mr. Trump has made NATO stronger than it's ever been, which again is correct, but he's also made it weaker than it's ever been because there is no trust now, which is the beating heart of the alliance. So if we can draw attention, if we create some form of an Arctic bastion or a sentry where NATO is putting up X number of ships, and we've now got satellite capabilities which are going to be brought online. If we can show X, Y, and Z, and God knows, flatter the president by saying it's the Trump line or something like that, he may actually see that it's enough.
You can listen to the full episode wherever you get your podcasts. Now you're in the know. Thank you for listening to Big Headlines. Make sure you follow, share, and review Big Headlines. Enrique Amaturo is our lead producer. I'm Virjesh Dave. Have an amazing day. We'll talk to you tomorrow.